Hello guys, I know it's been a while and that's partially why I made this video. I haven't uploaded any videos recently because my life has been rather crazy, even more crazy than usual. We're now getting back somewhat to normal. There will be more videos again, and the next video that I will make will be about this ordinary vacuum robot here that I will turn into a remotely controlled espionage device. You know, and well, that might sound a little weird, but I'll explain to you why in just a second. Now, when I built my retro sci-fi computer desk, I had realized that YouTube wasn't working for me as well anymore as it did. I had a number of really viral videos over the years, all the way from 2013 to 2017. It worked extremely well for me. The channel was growing a lot, and I had like a bunch of videos that got like hundreds of thousands or even millions of views every year. And these videos are still being watched in very high numbers, and that's really what keeps this channel going. But in 2018 I wasn't able to make a dent on YouTube at all. I didn't make a single video that really caught on. I had like 2 or 3 videos that maybe have 100,000 views by now, but for a channel my size that really isn't that much. Now maybe it's because I'm not doing as good of a job as it anymore. Maybe the recommendation system in YouTube kind of changed. Maybe it's a little bit of both, I don't know. All I can say is that I really tried, and the retro sci-fi computer desk was the last, my last attempt really at, or my latest attempt at doing something that would be so awesome and unique that a lot of people would enjoy it. And I think I got a lot of positive feedback for that, but the video has only been watched about 50,000 times in, I don't know, 1.5 months, and that's not much for my channel. And maybe I'm wrong, but it's just my feeling that if I had uploaded this 1.5 years ago, it would have been watched 500,000 times in that time period. And I think that's just because, I don't know if it's because I'm not uploading frequently enough, or if I'm not using the right tags or titles or clickbait methods or whatever, the video just didn't catch on. So that made me a little depressed, but it had another very positive effect, and that is that I'm now actually working in my first 2 jobs as an actual prop maker or designer or whatever for a film that will be made here in Cologne. And this film is like it's a crime story where this robot here is used as an espionage device. And I think that I can just cover this on YouTube. I will take it apart, we'll take a look inside of this here in just a few minutes. I'll show you its guts, and then maybe we can talk about in the comment section about how you would convert this to remote control. And for that exact same film I will also build some other props. So this is part of what you will see here on YouTube. But the story gets even way crazier. Why did I even get this job? How did I find someone that would give me these prop making jobs? I mean, I had no connections to the filmmaking industry even like a month ago. Well, here's what happened. I worked as I participated in the production of a new German television series for the last 4 weeks, where I was hired as an expert and one of the protagonists. So I'm actually one of the 3 guys, one of the 3 leading actors or protagonists in this new series. It's a 10 episode pilot, and it's about repairing and restoring items, antique items, also newer items, but some of them are electronic in nature, about 15 or so, and I repaired, restored, hacked, modified these things, these 15 or so items over the course of just 4 months, and I spent like 300 hours on and off set working on that, and that is why you didn't see any new videos from me, and that's also why I'm looking a little knackered. Now, some of you might think that I'm a sellout now because I'm working for a television company. But well guys, I was just not able this year to make YouTube work for me, and if it wasn't for this job, then I wouldn't be able to pay my bills, and there would be no future in this at all. So this is just another thing that I'm adding to my list. I will be filming these kinds of videos as long as I live, I think. Maybe it will not always be on YouTube, maybe other platforms will come along in the future. but I will not give away this camera, and I will not stop making videos about me and my projects. The only thing that will be different now in some of the videos is that I'm showing you work that I'm doing for films. So let me tell you a little bit again about this TV show that I've been working on. I cannot tell you the name of the network. It's a German program, a free TV program, so everyone who is here in Germany who speaks German will be able to watch and understand what's going on. But I will also tell you much more on my channel once the launching process is starting. I think it'll be released, the first episode will be released or broadcast in March or April, and then I will let you know everything about it. I will show you behind the scenes footage that I made while working on these things and so on. It was a really fascinating time, so many interesting objects to work on that I normally never get my hands on. So I know some of you will be disappointed about this, guys, but this is really the opportunity I've been waiting for a long time. This will make my life much better. It will take away a lot of the pressure that I've had here on YouTube, and I think it will, at the end of the day, will make this YouTube channel also better again, because I will have more money to build things, and I will not always have to work well, with the intent to make a viral video, because sometimes that just doesn't work out, and I was so frustrated many times this year when things just didn't catch on, and now maybe that will not be as important anymore. So, long story short, I'm looking forward to doing some TV jobs. I hope that there will be a second season next year, so like maybe 1 month, maybe 1.5 months next year I will spend filming on set for a television production again. The rest of the year I will focus on YouTube, and some of it will be prop making stuff. So let's just look inside that robot then and let me know what you think about how you would turn this into a remote control. Okay, so here is this Severin brand robotic vacuum, and I think you can get that for under 100 euros. I think it's around 90 bucks or something. And the first thing that I'm going to do is to just remove this battery here. So these are, as it seems, lithium-ion batteries, 12.8 volt DC, and you can already hear the vacuum itself, and this is one of the things that we definitely have to remove. The robot will not actually vacuum anymore. They already told me that these annoying noises would be not very welcome at the television production set. And you can see that all they really used here, as it seems, is a brushless DC motor with this fan or impeller on side here. And we will have to remove that. I already unscrewed this, but it looks like we have to take the entire enclosure apart to actually disconnect the motor. And well, this is just as you have with many like experimental self-built robots that people make. They use differential steering with 2 wheels and this third one here that does nothing but just follow along. And it seems like these motors here are actual little modules that have the gears inside of them. I already looked inside of this is why I disconnected that. And as you can see, well, where's the camera? Here. It's not possible to turn these wheels by hand. They appear to be locked, and that's probably because I used a worm gears in here. And well, there would be like a large wheel here, and then there is the motor and the shaft, and on that shaft you would have the worm gear. Well, it seems as if they welded these plastic parts together, but I think it's worth a try to get one of these modules apart here. Sorry. I really don't like making these spontaneous videos, but since I've had so little time over the last 4 weeks, we'll just have to do it this year or there will be nothing to see on this channel. So I will just have to do this like this for once. Oops. So, okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I expected. Just an ordinary, cheap DC motor. There's a single capacitor soldered on here. Probably, well, for EMI. So to suppress the sparks that are being generated by the commutator. And then we have this single gear here. Is it rotating with the same speed as the wheel? I don't think so. Yeah, there is also a small planetary gear in there. So we have a planetary reduction gear and this larger wheel here that is part of the worm gears or worm drive. So there's really nothing much to that. We will just have to connect an H-bridge to this motor here and to the other one. And that'll be the way to go, I guess, to steer. So here we have a look inside. You can see that there are two more motors here. Those actually turn the brushes. We won't need those. Or well, at least I think we don't need them necessarily. I mean, it would be kind of more convincing if it actually used the brushes while driving around. Over here we have this board here. Maybe you could call this a motherboard because it's like the biggest one inside. And it has all these connectors here. Then we have a little photo interrupter right here. That's probably for, yeah. The purpose of that is that only when this tray is attached here is this little lever being pushed and the photo interrupter is going to be interrupted. But I'll probably remove everything that's in here. This entire board here, I will remove this motor right here and only keep inside what is really needed. I might also remove the lower part of the entire tray, because then I can use the room inside to add additional electronics. Now the question basically is, of course the first idea that comes to mind is to use an Arduino and then maybe H-bridges or some MOSFETs to just switch the motors on and off with pulse width modulation, and then attach some kind of module to the Arduino to do remote control. Now what kind of remote control would be used kind of depends, of course, on the distances that you would want to use it with. I mean, in a real world situation you would need some kind of real remote control that would work over, I guess, hundreds of meters to actually use this as an espionage device. But for using this in a film, you can actually just stand behind the camera or something like that, like 5 meters away from it without being seen, and then you can remotely control it. So just let me know what you would do in terms of remote control to get this running. So yeah guys, I know this isn't exactly what you're used to on this channel, but these are extraordinary times here on my channel, and that is why, well, the content is also a little out of the order. But, well, I'll be visiting my parents now over the holidays, and I think that I will make another video soon. And, well, I'm not yet sure if I will talk about this robot here or about something else, but I wish all of you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and hope to see you soon.